Besides being two singers who have already reached the top of the music charts, Drake and Post Malone are two powerful men who have amassed a lot of wealth in their careers. But have you ever wondered who has the most luxurious life? In this video, you'll see a heated battle between Drake and Post Malone. Aircraft. Both music stars love to travel in modern aircraft, but which one has the best jet at their disposal? Post Malone, for example, has already been spotted in a private jet, a Gulfstream G4 model. A beautiful and sophisticated twin-engine high-performance business aircraft with a medium size and intercontinental range. The vehicle can comfortably carry 20 passengers. The aircraft is one of the most modern models on the market today for private use, which certainly influenced the choice of the mega-famous rapper to acquire it. With a range of almost 7,000 kilometers, the vehicle can travel long distances without having to stop for gas. And to obtain such a luxurious jet, it is necessary to invest something around $40 million. But Malone probably just charters this jet. Drake has his own aircraft. Nicknamed Air Drake, much more than just a small jet, it is a customized Boeing 767 commercial airliner. This type of aircraft, in its traditional version, has a total capacity of 375 passengers, but it is clear that the Canadian has made major modifications to suit his needs. Like most private planes, Drake certainly has cabins with tables for meals and a spacious and complete bathroom. Abroad, the rapper has already customized his transport in two ways. Recently, he coated it with blue paint with cloud designs, a design that was designed by the director of the Louis Vuitton label. And to get an idea of the value of this aircraft, some sources point out that Drake's plane is valued at $180 million. And for owning his own little toy, Drake wins this round. Points for him. Luxury shopping. Both singers have plenty of money to buy whatever they want, but who has the habit of spending the biggest amounts? Starting with Post Malone. In a photo shoot for GQ, for example, he wore a flashy green look valued at over $2,200. In the same shoot, he wore a suit and shoes by Dolce & Gabbana, pieces that together were valued at more than $5,700. But his passion is watches. He has a huge collection, starting with the Rolex Sea Dweller, a model valued at about $12,000, which he got for his birthday. Another model in his collection is the Rolex Day-Date 40, with a gold bracelet full of sparkles, which costs about $50,000. He also owns a Rainbow Daytona by Rolex, a very colorful and stylish model that the rapper loves to wear, and this beautiful watch is valued at about $100,000. Upping the ante a bit, Post owns a Patek Philippe Aquanaut, a very modern and discreet watch that can cost up to $170,000. From the same brand, Malone acquired a Nautilus model, all studded with sparkles, a very flashy and expensive piece that costs almost $800,000. And it doesn't stop there. From Richard Mille, the rapper also owns a Bubba Watson model, with an all-white bracelet that costs about $500,000. And from the same brand, he still owns another model, the Tourbillon, a superlight and modern watch that is valued at more than $820,000. And his most expensive watch of all is also from the Richard Mille brand, and it is the Tourbillon Skull Asia Edition model, which costs no less than $1 million. Besides, of course, the huge variety of rings and jewelry that he collects, and that surely cost a great fortune, since several pieces were made exclusively for him. Meanwhile, Drake has a lot of jewelry in his closet. Drake is always posting on his social media his rings, necklaces, and medallions that are massive gold and filled with precious stones such as diamonds. Recently, he ordered a necklace consisting of several hearts and weighing 100 carats and costing an unbelievable $1 million. When it comes to watches, Drake invests a lot of money. He has already shown on his Instagram, for example, his sophisticated gold Rolex Chrome Hearts valued at $200,000. One of the models he has is the Jacob & Company Astronomy Casino, an accessory that surprises in details and that costs $620,000. He has also gifted himself with the super rare Richard Mille 056-02 model, which costs $2.2 million. And since both artists spend a lot of money on their appearances, we'll consider this round a draw. Points for both. Cars. When it comes to vehicles, the two singers don't tend to skimp on anything. But who has the most luxurious cars? Drake's garage, for example, has housed a vast collection of luxury cars, including a Lamborghini Aventador LP 700-4, a sports car that looks like a Batmobile and costs around $350,000. A Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, a classic vehicle that gained in its production a modern touch, and that, depending on the version and year, can cost up to $400,000. A McLaren 657 LT, a sports car that can go from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3 seconds, and that is worth around $400,000. A Rolls-Royce Wraith, a powerful and dynamic V12 engine vehicle that costs around $600,000. A fully customized Mansory Rolls-Royce Ghost, including an iconic solid gold owl symbolizing Drake's record label. And some sources claim that this little toy of the rapper is worth around $700,000. There is also a LaFerrari that draws attention wherever it goes by its yellow color, which is worth about $1.4 million. And finally, a rare and exclusive Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir, worth an impressive $2.2 million. Post Malone is not far behind. He likes old cars and has already been seen in a 1968 Chevrolet C10, and although his car looks quite worn out, it can cost around $50,000. Not only that, but the artist also owns a 1992 model Ford Explorer, and although he bought this vehicle for only $2,000, Post had the machine customized to look just like him, and the customization cost a total of $75,000. Speaking of more modern vehicles, Post owns a Hennessy Velociraptor, a huge 6x6 pickup truck, and one of the brand's most iconic cars. Malone opted for the white-colored model, and the vehicle, along with the customizations done for the rapper, sum up to an amount of $450,000. And it doesn't stop there. The music star also owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom, an imposing and classic vehicle that costs an average of $455,000. Upping the ante a bit, Post Malone owns a Lamborghini Aventador SV, a super modern car to which he has even added custom wheels. This machine can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles in an impressive 2.7 seconds, and to acquire it the musician had to fork out $500,000. Another car in his collection is the Lincoln Continental, a classic 1966 model, which also underwent modifications to become the way the artist wanted it to be. And with all the customizations, the vehicle is valued at $650,000. But without a doubt, the most expensive model the rapper has ever owned in his garage is the Bugatti Chiron, a super-fast machine capable of reaching the impressive speed of 260 miles per hour. This beautiful car is valued at a whopping $3 million. And for owning the most valuable garage, Post Malone wins this round. Point for him. Real estate. Everyone knows that both musicians live in beautiful properties, but which one has the most impressive real estate? Post Malone owns, for example, a house high up in the mountains in the state of Utah in the United States. The property, which was built in bunker style and apocalypse-proof, has 6.75 acres, where the singer can enjoy various perks, such as his extensive backyard with a swimming pool. The property has 5 bedrooms, and the master suite has 2 living rooms, including a fireplace to warm up the cold days, which are many in this region. The outdoor area has several environments, with another fireplace for people to gather and talk, a deck with a panoramic view, a swimming pool, several sun loungers, a gourmet space, and a tennis court. This huge property cost Post Malone about $3 million and was undoubtedly a good investment, since the artist uses his house not only for relaxation and leisure time but also for work and even interviews. But the luxurious properties don't end there. Post Malone has lived, for example, in a 5-bedroom mansion in the city of Los Angeles in the state of California. The almost 4,100 square foot property has a very extravagantly decorated living room, as well as a lot of artwork scattered around, which seems to be just Malone style. The TV room is more intimate, and the bathrooms are decorated in opposite colors and have a modern shower and jacuzzi. And although it is not known how much the artist paid to rent the place, the mansion is valued today at almost $4 million. The rapper has also spent some time in another mansion in Los Angeles, in a region that is highly coveted by Hollywood artists. The 11,200 square foot property is the dream of many people. After all, it is a modern and extremely luxurious property with a privileged view of the city. The hall already draws attention upon entering the house, with a very striking chandelier, and the living room is very spacious and comfortable, with a minimalist and modern decor, having a huge fireplace to make the environment cozy. The house also has a giant wine cellar for up to 1,000 bottles and a cinema with several armchairs and a movable screen. But what really draws attention in the estate is the outdoor area, which has an infinity pool and is a great place to relax. It is not known how much Post Malone paid in rent at the time he lived there, but because the mansion is now valued at $26 million, you can imagine that he paid a large fortune. Drake is not left out when it comes to investing in residences. He owns not only one but 3 houses very close to each other in the famous Hidden Hills neighborhood in California. One of them is very famous for having a grotto with a pool, waterfall, and even a wet bar inside, which makes for a very special and unique house. The property has a total area of 2.8 acres and also has a beautiful tennis court, basketball court, and horse facilities with a riding area. In other words, it is a true private resort. Summing up the 3 properties he owns in the area, together they are worth more than $15 million. One of the greatest luxuries in Drake's life is his mansion located in the Canadian metropolis of Toronto, his hometown, a noble neighborhood full of big houses. It is a veritable palace of 50,000 square feet built in classic historical style with contemporary touches, meeting all of Drake's requests for a mansion made of top-notch materials. Another environment that draws the attention of anyone entering the house is the suspended staircase, which also has impressive custom-made chandeliers, which, in addition to illuminating, reflect in the various mirrors on the walls and serve as decoration. All the details are of overwhelming luxury, like the suite's bathroom, which has a dressing table and a sculpted marble bathtub that cost the singer £4,000 or $5,300. Already one of the favorite corners of Drake's residence is his 3,200 square foot master suite. One of the singer's demands was the construction of an indoor basketball court of NBA regulation size. It was beautifully decorated and crowned by a pyramid skylight in the ceiling, as well as having a big screen and digital scoreboard. The leisure facilities do not stop there. There is a covered and shaded swimming pool inside the residence, which can provide many relaxing moments. To complete the design, there are LED lights in pink and blue. And some sources claim that this incredible mansion built by Drake is currently worth around $100 million. There is definitely no one who says they would refuse to live in such a palace. In other words, Drake wins this round. Business. Both singers are also considered great businessmen, but which of them has the most lucrative sources of income? Drake, for example, has many companies to his name. The parent company behind Drake's investments is called October's Very Own, better known as the abbreviation OVO, founded in 2012. The company functions as a music label responsible for releasing artists such as Party Next Door, Majid Jordan, Roy Woods, Popcaan, and Baka Not Nice. In addition, the company advertises products online and has numerous physical stores that sell a variety of items, from clothing to laptops, which grossed about $50 million in 2018. Drake's other business is Dream Crew, a management company and entertainment group, producing movies, television shows, and series such as the famous Euphoria, which airs on the HBO channel. Already a big basketball fan, the rapper is an ambassador for the Canadian team Toronto Raptors, and there is no denying that he was at the forefront of the great transformation that took the name of the forgotten team into one of the most popular franchises in the NBA. He also has his own radio station called Sound 42 for Sirius XM. Last but not least, the businessman has the beverage company Virginia Black, which sells sophisticated whiskey. The brand has grown exponentially due to the rapper's strong appeal and its promotion, especially in social networks. This is because Drake has a large audience that follows him, such as an impressive 120 million followers on Instagram. Still talking about marketing, the Canadian also makes money starring in campaigns for big companies such as Apple Music, Sprite soft drink, Air Jordan sneakers, and Nike fashion. Post Malone, on the other hand, has a venture with his friends in the wine business. They have launched a French rose wine called Maison No. 9, a name chosen by Malone. The drink was a success, as 50,000 bottles were sold in just 2 days, demonstrating the potential of the brand. In addition, the artist has partnerships with the brands Arnett, a famous line of glasses, and also with the footwear brand Crocs. Post Malone also ventures into the world of acting and has made appearances on TV and in some films, one of them being the animated Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse, of which he is also part of the soundtrack. And these jobs must have earned him a good fee. In 2019, the rapper teamed up with the Bud Light beverage brand to develop an exclusive clothing collection that had limited units, which certainly generated a lot of profit for the singer. Moreover, the artist has, on his Instagram account, more than 23 million followers, and if he wants, he can earn a lot of money by advertising for different brands. And because it's difficult to determine the turnover of each business, let's call it a draw. Points for both. Net worth. There's no doubt that both music stars have made a lot of money. But who has the biggest net worth? Post Malone, for example, has already amassed a huge fortune. To get an idea, just on his YouTube channel, Post Malone has almost 24 million subscribers, and adding up all the videos, he already has more than 10 billion views, which may have earned him some good money. On Spotify, the artist has more than 50 million monthly listeners, and his 10 most played songs add up to more than 10 billion plays, which can also earn him a very high profit. But certainly, the singer's biggest source of income is with his concerts and tours, where he gathers real crowds. To get an idea of the figures, according to Forbes magazine, before the 2020 social isolation, the artist was making an impressive $1.3 million per performance. And according to some sources, despite having a relatively new career, Post Malone's fortune is already $60 million, a figure that is only likely to grow with such success. Drake, on the other hand, is not far behind. At the time he started performing on television, Drake earned only $50,000 a year in salary. That equates to about $2,000 a month after taxes. So definitely, what changed Drake's financial life was music. Already with his concerts, some sources claim that his fee is around $1 million. In his 2018 Summer 16 tour, for example, he performed 56 shows and made about $84.3 million. In addition, the Canadian makes a lot of money from advertising, such as his $15 million contract with Apple Music, and also from his successful ventures. Taking into account that Drake is only 34 years old and already totals more than 10 years of fame, with all the information in the video, it can be said that the rapper has accumulated a great fortune. And although it is not known for sure what Drake's real fortune is, taking into account the value of his assets and his very diverse income, it is speculated that his net worth is close to $300 million. Considering the value of their fortunes, it's Drake who wins this round. Point for him. At the end of this fight, we had 3 points for Post Malone against 5 points for Drake, making him the winner of this battle. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.